Welcome to the Fresh Whakakala Talk Show, where if you've got something to say, you better say it with your chest. To some, this may be like a toxic relationship, and that relationship is with money. Hopefully today, more money, more problems will be no more. Today on the show, we are joined by our good friend Marcus, top flight investor on TikTok. Marcus, welcome to the show, bro.
Pleasure to be here.
Give us a little rundown on who you are and also what you're about.
Originally from Wellington. Hollywood. I've always had an interest in money. I studied money, accounting at Victoria University, nice. And then I went and worked in banking and insurance. Yeah, I've always had a passion about it. It's always been a bit of a taboo subject around friends and family, but I enjoy sharing the knowledge, helping everyone be better with it.
And that's my qualification.
What does it mean to be better with money, and why is it so important for us?
Being better with money is about being wise with your money,
yeah.
Making sure that the actions that you're taking with your money align with your goals. Your goals might be getting married, buying your first car, buying your first home, going on holiday. Whatever that is, you want to make sure that you're living within your means.
How can understanding money help us take a little bit more control of our lives?
Yeah, if we can understand money, it's going to give us a sense of control, a bit more power and more options.
Just please guard this with your life, okay?
A lot of people think being good with money is about being rich and buying fancy things. But
yeah,
it's not all about that for us.
Not all of us anyway. Cross that off my list.
There's bigger things like looking after our family, our kids, our parents, our communities, having options that can help provide for them.
I got a nana, she's living in the islands at the moment. She's always calling me up to send her money and all that stuff. I don't know how to kind of deal with that either.
And sometimes you really want to help and you do the best you can, but you just have to be really careful that that's not at the detriment to yourself. If you're not financially strong, those around you and your family are probably not going to be financially strong. So you look after yourself first and then you can provide for others.
So where should we start when it comes to being better with money?
You probably want to look at your fixed expenses first, which is the most important. Those are things that you need to live. Your rent, your petrol, your phone bill. So once you've addressed your fixed expenses, you want to look at what's left over. So if you've got subscriptions that you don't need, Netflix, Disney, you probably want to cut those back so you can have a little bit left over.
All right, kids, you're missing out on Disney Plus. All right, that's enough. Wrapping it up. My cousin, he's on TikTok and he's trying to get me out of my 9 to 5. Is he a good person to go for advice or probably not?
Yeah, there can be some controversial ideas out there about how to get out of your 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You don't want to fall for the get-rich-quick schemes because I don't believe there's anything as a get-rich-quick.
Oh, good, sis, you stole the money.
It's a get-rich-surely over long term.
Especially in our Pacifica communities, talking about money is a bit of a taboo thing we don't really like to talk about very often. We've got like Pacifica artists or like even like rugby league players. When it comes to sorting out like costs and prices and all that stuff, how do we kind of break that cycle in terms of being a bit more open to speaking about this conversation about money?
It becomes more natural over time. I understand what it's like when you first talk about money. It's a bit taboo. You don't want to say how much you make. You don't want to ask other people how they're doing financially. Yeah. People are hiding their debt. But if we're talking about it, we can get it out in the open and we can share that information and we can get more knowledge and we can help each other. It's just that society's told us that we shouldn't talk about it and it's a little bit awkward. So maybe if you've got a friend, you can just say, hey, let's have a coffee and talk about money. I want to get ahead. I want to talk about setting a budget. I want to maybe get into investing and we can just all get ahead together.
Oh, now we're cooking. Marcus, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Hey, we hope you guys have learned a little bit more so that instead of making it rain, you can make it storm. Auntie, I'm talking about you. Always coming to my house asking for $20? Cut that out, all right? Hey, I said it with my chest. We'll see you guys later.